Einen schönen guten Tag aus dem regnerischen Hamburg. Liebe Zuhörerinnen und Zuhörer, mein Name ist Oliver Kreipe und wir senden heute aus dem Basement eines unserer Top-Reisebüros in Hamburg, weil ich habe hier kein Büro in Hamburg, aber wir haben eine ganz tolle Gelegenheit. Die Josefine Norrman ist nämlich heute hier, ihres Zeichens Cluster Assistant Director of Sales für die beiden Hotels Como Malifushi und Como Cocoa auf den Malediven. Und da habe ich gedacht, dann rufe ich Josie einfach mal an und frage, ob sie Lust hat, einen Podcast zu machen, hier right on the spot sozusagen. Und dieses super Reisebüro hat uns ihre großzügigen Räumlichkeiten zur Verfügung gestellt. Und das war die kleine Vorrede. Und damit begrüße ich herzlich Josefine Norrman. Und Entschuldigung, dass ich jetzt auf Englisch switche, aber das müssen wir jetzt machen, weil Josie, you are Swedish.
I am Swedish.
Yeah, hello.
I am. Hi.
Nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, Ollie.
Great pleasure. So you're heading back to Sweden tonight?
I am.
Yeah.
I am. I've been 3 weeks in the road here in Europe.
Okay.
So now it's my wrap up before I go home for a little bit of a break to Sweden.
Oh, we have a big delay today. Did you hear about the troubles on the Hamburg airport this morning with the climate activists?
No, I did not hear that. Now you make me a little bit worried. Maybe I have to stay another night here in Hamburg.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea to check the schedule afterwards.
I think I have to do that
If your flight's on time, yeah. Okay, sorry for the bad message right on the start.
Yeah, I might have to rush now.
So Josephine, you are the Cluster Assistant Director of Sales. You studied in Switzerland.
Yes, that's correct.
And then you moved right to the Maldives, is it right?
Then I moved right to the Maldives, and you know the purpose was for me to stay 6 months on this beautiful little island. I thought, you know, it's nice to change the scenery for a while. From Sweden, Switzerland, and why not go to Maldives? And it turned out to be 8 years.
8 years now.
Based in Maldives. So I can tell you, if my parents knew by the time I told them I'm moving to Maldives, if they knew it was going to be 8 years, they would probably not have let me go. But I came there and I fell in love with the destination. And I 8 years.
So you got stuck to the Maldives now?
Really stuck to the Maldives.
Which was the first place you?
I started in Niama.
Niama?
Islands,
okay, yeah.
I did 8
with
years ago.
With the two islands, play and rest.
Chill.
Play and chill.
Exactly.
But this is a different story.
Yes, that's a different story.
Okay. And when have you been starting working with Como?
I started in 2019, February, so 4.5 years.
4.5 years now, yeah. Okay.
And love every day.
Yeah.
Como is such a beautiful brand.
Really nice. So we have to talk about two islands, two resorts, which are both south of Mali. Mm-hmm. This is the fact they have together, but then it's separate. So Cocoa is just 40 minutes by speedboat.
Correct.
And Malifushi is 1 hour by airplane.
Yes.
So if I was a client and I'm in the process of decision making, which is the character of, let's start with Cocoa. It's one of the oldest ones, luxury properties on the Maldives, isn't it?
That is correct.
Yeah.
So Cocoa is really one of the pioneer properties when it comes to luxury in Maldives. It's been under Como's ownership since 2002. And what I personally love with this resort is that it's so authentic. You know, we have no buggies on the island. Everything is, our porters are taking your luggage by hand to your villa. So it's back to basic, really, and it's such a sophisticated island with a beautiful soul that touches so many people coming there, and the reason why so many people are coming back to the property.
How much is the percentage of repeaters on the Cocoa Island? You just told me before. It's a very high number.
It is a very high number. 45% of our guests are repeaters.
Yeah.
And it was funny, I looked at the arrival schedule the other day and I thought it was a typo. It says 49th time repeater, and I said, no, this must be wrong. And I called the team on property and said, no, Josephine, it's the 49th time.
The 49th time.
49 times.
So next year you have to do something big for them.
Definitely, big year, 50th celebration.
Yeah, okay, the porters are doing the luggage by hand because it's very easy. It's a very small island, to be honest.
It is. It's a very small island.
Just 33 keys?
Correct.
Yeah.
All located beautifully over the water.
Only over water?
Only over water.
Yeah.
But we have the most amazing beach on the island, and we have a fantastic sandbank which goes 1.2 kilometers just straight out in the Indian Ocean. Beautiful sunrise view, and the sand here, it's so soft and so pure, it feels like silk under your feet. So even though the water, like the villas are over water, people love to be on the beach, take rounds around the island and just stay there. We have sunbeds, umbrellas and everything.
Silk under the feet, I never heard before.
Really? Yeah, I see.
And you offer some very romantic and intimate moments on the sandbank, like a private dinner or a barbecue, cinema under the stars.
Exactly.
So there's a lot to do for couples, or a lot of moments to enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think some people can be a little bit frightened, when it's a small island and what are we going to do for a week or so? But there is plenty of things to do, as you said. And one of my favorite things to do, I'm an early bird. I don't know about the rest of you, but a champagne breakfast on the sandbank, or yoga during sunrise time around 6 o'clock in the morning, when it's so peaceful and quiet and it's just you and your loved one. It's very, very special. So no, there's plenty of things to do, and I mentioned to you before as well, the marine life is stunning.
The marine life,
yeah.
So what is typical for this area?
So in South Male, where we are with Kokoa, it's very famous for soft corals.
Yeah.
So even we have 3 house reefs at Kokoa Island. So a lot on these house reefs are the soft corals, where you see the clownfishes. You have a lot of turtles, eagle rays. And the fact that the lagoon of Kokoa is so big and very calm, it is also home for a lot of baby sharks.
Yeah.
Like teeny tiny ones, who absolutely love our lagoon. So when they get bigger, they swim out to the big open ocean. But it's an aquarium. You see so many beautiful things.
So that I don't have to be a diver to enjoy this. I can do it through snorkel as well.
Absolutely.
As well as the night dive.
Yes.
Or night snorkel trips.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's something very special.
Yeah. And I can see the whale sharks.
Mm-hmm.
Is it right?
That's true. Yeah. So from Kokoa Island, we have to go actually a little bit further to South Ari Atoll. Yeah. But in Malefushi, the other property, we have the whale sharks just 20 minutes from the resort.
Okay, good. So the Kokoa is famous for the sharks, and Malefushi we can see the whale sharks.
Correct.
Okay, but let's keep staying with Kokoa.
Yeah.
What else can I do in regards of the thing which is important for holiday, the F&B.
The F&B, yes.
The F&B,
I think that's the most important. We all want to eat and drink good stuff. So Como, we have our pillars, where the cuisine and the wellness is 2 of them. That's extremely important for the brand.
Yeah.
So we have amazing high quality food at Kokoa Island, and I think everyone who have been there can agree with me. And the fact that we are so small and so intimate, we really have time to cook this quality food. A lot of people come to us because they want to go on a wellness journey. We have our Como Shambhala.
Yeah.
So a full menu of Como Shambhala dishes, which is nutritious, it's a healthy living, it's a lot of live food, right? It's raw food, and as much as possible, also from the local environment. So, of course, in Maldives, we have a lot of fish coming from the Indian Ocean, just freshly from there. So, that's really one of the big things. But it's also important to highlight that it's not a must to do wellness. We have a lot of different options also. I normally say, you can go on this full wellness journey, both in terms of activities and your food. You can go completely the opposite way and you can do something in between. So that's really the beauty of it. It fits for so many people. It has different approaches, and you can take it in which way you want to. You can embrace it differently.
Okay, so the cuisine is also, it could be personalized even if it's just a small number of guests. So I guess this is one of the reasons the guests come back very much, because it's such a personalized touch on Cocoa Island. And to translate Shambhala, so Shambhala is one of the core brands, or the brand cores, founded by Christina Ong. So this is the wellness philosophy, which you practice in the spas, including yoga, Pilates, and everything. And it also comes that the nutrition means the cuisine is also Shambhala influenced.
That's correct.
Yeah. Okay.
It is.
Good. So this is the same way you do it on Mali Fushi.
Yes. In the big hall, yes, it is.
Yeah. But there seems to be a difference.
There is a difference.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
And the fact is that at Cocoa we have more facilities in terms of wellness. So we have the Pilates studio, the hydrotherapy pool. We have a really nice big gym, yoga pavilion, of course, which in Mali Fushi we have not as much facilities. So we do not have the Pilates studio or the hydrotherapy pool. Other than that, they are exactly the same, but yeah, so a little bit more at Cocoa Island, I would say.
Okay, but that was a clever bridge to Mali Fushi.
Yes, it was very good, very good one.
So let's continue. It's a bit bigger, but what means bigger? It's just 65 units.
Exactly. So I wouldn't say it's big.
Yeah.
It's still an intimate resort.
It's still very small and intimate. Yeah. But you have both beach villas and overwater. This is one of the difference.
Yes.
And so what is the other characters which is unique for Mali Fushi? It's not that old. What means old? It's not from 2002. It's from 2014. 16?
Exactly.
14.
Yeah, 14. Exactly. So we're having 10 years anniversary next year.
So as these islands are a bit older than the newer ones, you were able maybe to pick the best islands. Could it be?
I would say so.
Yeah.
This is really a gem, Ollie. And reason why, of course, the property itself, it's really authentic. Again, the vegetation, beautiful. Just biking around this island with all the high palm trees, the sun rays is sipping in, it's magical. But what is very unique, and what I guess no one else can say, is that we are the only resort in Ta Atoll.
In the Ta Atoll, which is 1 hour seaplane ride from Male.
That's correct, yes.
Yeah, okay. So it's very remote.
It's very remote.
Are there any habited islands around, or are they all inhabited?
Yes.
Yeah?
They are. So we have a beautiful picnic island, which our guests can go to, and it's a Robinson Crusoe adventure.
Yeah.
You have absolutely nothing. It's back to really down to earth, with only beautiful beaches, lagoon, horizon, palm trees. It's really special. And so we are very fortunate, and our guest really loves it because there is no traffic coming in, there's no boats around, so it's completely secluded and really tranquil.
Yeah. That's what I'm looking for in my dreams. Yeah, even if I think of Maldives, everyone has a picture in mind, and yeah, so this is the picture maybe most of the clients have in mind when they think about the Maldives. Okay, yeah. What else can we talk about Mali Fushi?
Yeah, I think some things that differentiate the two properties specifically is we have Play by Como at Mali Fushi.
Play by Como.
Play by Como. So we have this. It's a playground for kids where we have, of course, our staff who are supervising them in Play by Como. And Play by Como is just not a normal, kids club, as we say. We don't even say kids club for us. It's a place where the kids are interactive and they're doing educational activities. Como is very much embracing the environment where we are in. So for us to bring in Maldivian culture into the activities is very, very important. And of course, I think now more than ever, our marine life, the sustainability is something that is extremely important. So a lot of time is focused on the marine life. They learn about the importance of the marine life and the coral reefs and everything we have. And then, of course, you know, they get to see the coconut climber going up the palm tree to get some coconuts for them. And so it's very hands-on activities, and we have no technology at all. It doesn't exist.
And you have been visited by Sarah Sabri, the Egyptian astronaut, back in August.
She's coming now, end of July, August, actually.
I was talking in the past because this one will be sent in September maybe. But anyway, okay, so in August, so Sarah Sabri, she was in the orbit, and she is educating the kids about behaving in space or everything in education, also about environmental topics.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. So this is really exciting, and I can tell you, I've seen these families, and it's not only kids enjoying spending time with Sarah and hearing about her stories, and I mean, she's extremely knowledgeable about space, and she wants to bring this to the kids.
Yeah.
And for us, it's so important because it's such a big part of our everyday life now with space and sustainability. So to have Sarah there for 8 days, it was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And something we're also doing in other Como properties.
Together with Nicole Scott from the NASA.
Exactly.
This is very extraordinary. So we can say, if you have kids, if you have family, you better go to Mali Fushi, is that right?
Technically, yes, but I wouldn't exclude Cocoa.
Okay.
Reason being, we do have a lot of families in Cocoa.
Yeah.
And what parents really appreciate is that also kids come back to their own roots. They have to be creative. They don't have the things planned for them. They can, they collect shells, they go to the beach, they do sandcastles, and the staff are also arranging activities for them.
Yeah.
But yes, technically, Mali Fushi is more, facilitate more for families. Yes, we do. Yeah.
But on both islands, you offer this coral adaptation.
Yes.
Yeah. So can you talk about this? What's it all about?
So for us again, touching on sustainability, it's extremely important, and we all see what's happening with our world today. So we have opportunities for the guests to support the Maldivian marine life, where we do coral frames together with our marine biologists. So they basically plant corals on these frames, where we then plant or put in the ocean. Normally, I'm not an expert, but normally in places where it's a lot of currents, so there's a lot of movement in the water, and we see such fantastic results of this. The corals are growing beautifully, and what is very interesting also is that our marine biologist is not just leaving them, right? She's every 6 months she's taking a photo and sending it to the family or the couple who have done the coral frame. So they see the growth, and when it's finished, but when they have grown significantly, we place them back on the house reef.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's starting to grow again back in its natural environment.
And as a client, so you can donate for a frame. I think it's starting from $150 and going upwards.
Exactly.
And then you got a certificate, and then you got underwater photos of your corals every 6 months. And if you come back to Mali Fushi or Cocoa, you are invited to do a free dive to your own coral reef.
Of course, yes.
Liebe Gäste, das muss ich ganz kurz übersetzen, weil das ist wirklich toll, diese Korallenadaption, dass man hier bei Como so ein Korallengitter, das ist aus Stahl gebaut, da werden so kleine Korallenfragmente dran, mit Kabelbinder dran festgemacht, und dann wachsen diese Korallenfragmente halt zu richtigen Korallenriffs wieder heran, und das ist eine sehr erfolgreiche Geschichte, die Marinebiologen da auf den Malediven aufgezogen haben. Und da man halt ein Zertifikat bekommt und alle halbe Jahre ein Foto, ist das wirklich eine lebenslange Erinnerung an so einen Urlaub auf den beiden Como-Inseln. Also ein ganz großer Tipp für Gäste, die eine ganz lange Erinnerung haben wollen und gleichzeitig was Gutes tun wollen, diese Korallenadaption. Okay, that was just a translation.
I promise next time I will improve my German.
Oh no, no need to. So I guess so. We talked about everything, and that's not everything. That's impossible, but that was the main things. So the last question is: what is the best season to travel for both islands?
This is a very good question, and normally we do say from December to April is when the weather is more stable.
And it's the dry season.
Yes, that's the dry season, exactly. So from May to November, it's the rainy season, but to be very honest with you, we have amazing days during this period as well. It can come a little shower once in a while. You have to be really unlucky if you're going to have a week of rain, but it's becoming more of an all-year destination also. So, but definitely December to April is
and you have the southwesterly monsoon coming from starting from May or something about. So you offer also windsurfing, wave surfing as well.
Yes.
On Maldives.
Yes, we do, exactly.
Yeah, so the wind condition could be a topic for some of your guests during summer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we are very fortunate to work together with Tropic Surf, an Australian-based surfing company, who have their instructors at Maldives from April to October, where we have amazing breaks. Personally, I haven't made it out of the lagoon yet, but let's see. Maybe maybe I will head out there.
That's a complete different picture of the Maldives to go to do surfing there. Yeah. Everybody's thinking about snorkeling, diving, but surfing is possible.
It is, and it's interesting, as you say. Not a lot of people are reflecting Maldives with surfing.
Yeah.
So when we speak about this, many people become very surprised. But we are super fortunate to have 3 atolls where we have really good breaks to access. So anything from beginner to really, really advanced. We had world champions surfing our breaks, for the last couple of years, and they absolutely love it. And again, coming back to what we spoke about before, there is no one else where we are, so the breaks are for you.
So you have the breaks for your own. That is amazing. Okay. So with this little surprise, we have to end up. Thanks for the talks. Thanks for the podcast. And I wish you a nice flight back to Sweden, to Karlstad. And I hope it be on time. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Oli. Thank you for having me. Thank you.